KnifeDope. More dope. Come and get your figs. What's up, fuckers? Your boy's back with a fresh batch of dope. KnifeDope. That's right, people. The hits don't stop. Man, oh man, is this going to be painful. That's right. You know I never shit you. What I'm talking about is having to send this knife back. This is the Quiet Carry Rincon, otherwise known as Rinkin to most of y'all. Very limited run of this this very first batch they gave us sometime last year. Van X Super Clean. I made the proclamation that perhaps this just might be the best sub $500 knife in the game right now. Yep, I said it, and I mean it. But that ain't what we're here to talk about, people. Not at all. Got another one that was sent to me by the same individual who sent this beauty my way. I'm talking about the Weissbird, otherwise known as Sean Weiss. Sent me more American dope for me to share with y'all. And so without further ado, let's get to the dope. All right. Plot twist, bitches. We got this one first. Now, this is one that I'm not going to really do a video on, but this is a personal purchase. If I'm being 100% honest with you, this just might have been a comfort buy. And what I mean by that is after I ended up selling my Mini Adamus, I was, I was looking for something to fill that void. This by no means fills the void, but it was just another USA made knife that, I don't know, people. Who knows? Impulse buy, perhaps. Let's take a look at that. Today's unboxing knife is going to be this one. A knife that really, I feel like a couple of people out there did not like as much as me. And I think this has kind of started a lot of dialogue. I had one individual actually make a goddamn 4-page letter comment on the on my Spy Mito video, and I had to set them straight. But I absolutely love it. Italian made, M398, fabulous micarta scales, multi-row bearings, $250, under $250. So let's see what we got. Try to hide some of this personal information. All right. USA made. Now, this was the purchase I made from Knife Center, which I've made quite a few purchases from over the years. But I had actually specifically, oh, they did it. Shit. I had, after all the purchases I've made from Knife Center, can you believe it that I had never got a sticker? So when I made this purchase, I asked them specifically for a sticker. Don't recall your name, sir, but you were very cool about it. You said if you would find one, you'd put it in there. So obviously you found one. They sent me a couple of more. So we've got the Avastid one and a Demko one. Okay, you can probably see through the box here that we've got a Benchmade. Now this is not common for me by any stretch of the imagination, but there are a few Benchmade models that I've liked over the years. Case in point is this Mini Adamus. Now this is not the traditional one. This is a little special one. So let's take a look at this. We're gonna need to open up the box. Where's my Spy Mito? You know, if I'm being honest, I had gotten a what you call it, a Mini Adamus way back in 2022. As a matter of fact, it was my very first business dealings with the legendary queen herself, Miss Heidi. Shout out to you, boo. But I ended up selling it rather quickly, and I think it might have even been the full-size Adamus. But this is the Mini, and this is a newer version of it. I think the most recent, they did a couple of changes to it. Case in point is going to be these scales, #1 out the gate. Also different blade steel. These came in at $400, people, so it's not cheap, but it is 100% USA made. It looks like we've got some type of gold coating. Those titanium? Hold up. It's hard to tell. I don't know, man. It's hard to tell. But I know we've got full-length stainless steel liners that have also had that same coating. Please. Nope. Stainless steel pocket clip. So basically a lot of goddamn steel on this. But we got single form of deployment, which is a nice robust set of tits. Woo! There is no detent. This is utilizing Benchmade's, access lock, known to the world as the crossbar lock. This particular version's got this wonderful drop point blade in magna cum laude. Gorgeous stonewash finish. There goes that little butterfly winking at you. 100% USA made. CPM magna cut right there on the blade. Little butterfly effect, butterfly effect there on the pocket clip. Now, this is such a robust, solid built knife that you can actually hard use this. And I might, or it might immediately go on the chopping block. But yeah, I did it, man. I'm weak, people. What do you want me to tell you? Benchmade Mini Adamus, now in the collection. Okay, now we're going to get back to the important shit, which is this tactile knife. Now, if I'm being 100% honest with you people, which is all I know how to do, I have not been the biggest fan of any of Tactile's knives, The whole Rockwall shit and the Bexar, never thought twice about getting those in the collection. Then I ended up buying that Chupacabra, which was the fastest catch and release done here at KnifeDope Studios. I think within 48 hours, that hoe was out the door. But this is different. This is premium dope. This one is the Archer Hyper Knife. Oh shit! I did not know they had a version with these overlays in there. I say overlays because they stand proud. These come in at $600. They are currently sold out. But Mr. Sean, being the wonderful man he is, decided to send this down my way. We've got intricate milling pattern here on the scales, on both sides of the scales. The overlays also on both sides of the scales. Now, when you hear hyper knife, if you were like me, you don't know what that means. But essentially, that just means, well, number one, this is a CNC manufactured knife. And then what makes it a hyper knife is that they actually add more fine details to the actual build. So that's what makes it a hyper knife. A couple of forms of deployment. We've got that nice pill-shaped cutout, as well as a little bit of fuller. And of course, a flipper tab. Let's go cut out first. Woo! Detent is dialed the fuck in. Look at this blade, people. Beautiful, beautiful. What is that? Straight back? Straight back blade. CPM magna cut being ran at 63 to 64 HRC. So optimally heat treated. They did give us some custom deep well T8 hardware, which has got invisible tooling on one side. That's a great touch. 3D mill titanium pocket clip, as well as titanium backspacer. Now, the pocket clip and backspacer have what they call an X-tone finish. And then we've got a stonewash, or rather a matte finish on the blade. And then I believe that's a stonewash there on the actual scales. Frame lock is the locking mechanism. We're sitting at about 20%. You've got tons of room for your disengagement. They've even given us that nice feather milling on the actual lock bar. Whoop! Straight drop action. Now the action is as good as it is because they actually have custom multi-row skiff bearings in here. So a lot has went into this knife. This is actually a TJ Schwartz design. Can't believe I forgot to tell y'all that. If you're not familiar with TJ Schwartz, I advise you get familiar. Fantastic designer. Case in point is going to be, he is actually the designer behind the Koenig Arius. A lot of people, believe it or not, do not know that. But yeah, I'm digging this, man. Behind the edge thickness came in at 10 thousandths. We've got 125 thousandths blade stock, high flat grind. Add all that up, and what do we get? She's a slicey hoe. All right. Let's go ahead and put some knives up for some size comparison. Basically, a little bit of knife flexing. You know how the fuck we do. Gotta roll with America first. And we're gonna go like this. The Craig Brown Knives Mini FSD. How about a little bit of Taiwan in your life? We're gonna go with the Spyderco Sledge Bowie. So here we see the Archer up against those. Let's do a couple more, shall we? How about this one? It hasn't gotten a lot of showtime recently. We're looking at the Spyderco PM2 Tonto apparatus. Speaking of Tontos, we're gonna go with the McNeese Mac 2 3.5 rendition. So here we see the Archer up against those. Let's do 2 more. God damn it, 2 more. More American dope for your palate. We're going to go with the ProTech Mordax. Last but certainly not least, got to do a little bit of China love. And we're going to go with a knife that kind of gives me a little bit of a similar vibe. That, of course, is the Wee Nefaris. Recently modded and looking sexy as fuck, I might add. And there you see the Archer up against those. Now, I tell you, I would have loved if Tactile would have given us a disappearing flipper tab on this Archer. I mean, you know, they could have done that, and then they could have given us this a nice generous finger choil to choke up on. You know, it's 8.1 inches rather, as far as your overall length on the Archer. So it is a full-size knife. You do have enough real estate there in the handle, at least I do, to comfortably get a full purchase. But you know how your boy likes to choke up on them hoes, allegedly. Would have loved that. But I'm digging it, man. I think by far this is Tactile's best offering, you know, by a country mile, as they say. Well, there we have it. Tactile Archer is now at KnifeDope Studios. But more importantly, I want to know what you fuckers think. Are you digging this Archer? How about my Mini Adamus? Tell me all about it. Love you, mean it. Until the next time. Cut something. Cut someone. Just don't cut yourself. Stay dangerous, fuckers.